how did Sphere Rocket change your life and how did it impact you and your family?
Sphere Rocket did change my life in a million ways.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants YouTube channel. My name is CJ and today we have a lovely guest with us. It is an honor to finally be interviewing her, so I want to introduce you guys to our wonderful Onsite CEO and part owner of Sphere Rocket VA. We have Ma'am Sheryn Mendoza. Hello, Ma'am Sheryn.
Hi, everyone.
So yes, Ma'am Sheryn, can you please kind of introduce yourself to all the people who are watching who don't really know much about Sphere Rocket yet, and there's new viewers. Yes, just please introduce yourself.
All right, my name is Sheryn Mendoza. I'm the Onsite CEO and part owner of Sphere Rocket VA Philippines, and we are happy. I'm happy being here together with CK, our TikTok manager and YouTube manager, all at the same time. So yeah, there you go.
Super happy to finally be here, Ma'am Sheryn. We haven't seen each other since the year-end party.
Yes.
So finally, I'm kind of united with the Sphere Rocket fam again, and I'm gonna jump into the very first question actually. And it's pretty simple. How did you and Justin, which is the CEO of Sphere Rocket and owner, how did you start working together? Like, how did Sphere Rocket begin?
It started in a very funny story actually. Justin posted something in a Facebook group whereby he's looking for a virtual assistant. And then I'm one of the silent follower of that Facebook group. It's all about virtual assistants. So I'm getting all the information of how to be a successful VA when I was starting that time. And then I saw his post, and when his post, he's saying a lot of things, a lot of instructions on how you're going to apply.
Okay.
So he said to send me an email, attach your resume and your credentials and your portfolios. But what I did is the underside of it, or otherwise. What I did is I directly messaged him on Facebook. That was December 20th, December 20 of 2019 when I messaged him, and it took him a while before he can respond. So I thought this would be a very unlucky of me not to be getting a response from another application that I sent. And then after Christmas, which is December 26th, when he did reply back.
Wow.
So with my message to him in Facebook, what I did send my cover letter and I did send my resume, so everything is in there. He just need to read it. And then December 26th came, he called me, and the funny part is it is supposed to be a video call interview, but he says it's not working. But the true story is he's in a bathroom. He's in a bathtub with his rubber ducky, and he's taking a bath while he's interviewing me.
And his camera was closed, and it was just like a voice interview.
It was like a voice call.
I see.
And then, we had a good conversation. And by the end of the call, he just told me, okay, he can start on January 1st. That's it.
And you were the one you chose.
Yes, but I'm not sure how many applicants he did interview that time. So for me, on my end, it was like, will this be another hoax client?
Oh.
Because I haven't seen his face.
Or like it's like a scam, or is this real?
It was just not clear to me whether I'll proceed on January 1st. And then January 1st came, he's not messaging me at all. So it's like I was left in a limbo. I was left hanging whether I'll proceed on my day one. And then I messaged him and he said, okay. Suddenly he messaged back and said, let's start. And he gave me a bunch of tasks that time. I started as his executive virtual assistant. And during that time, he's doing coaching sessions. He's traveling to and fro different states of the United States. He's coaching realtors on how they're going to leverage their business.
Right.
Okay. And then pandemic came, and he wasn't able to travel that much because of the pandemic, and it prohibits a lot of people in the whole world actually from going anywhere. So the coaching session and his traveling, it was stopped. But our job continued together with his another friend, which is up until now is together with us, Mr. Matt Goba, which is our Facebook manager, Facebook ads manager that time. So I am working for Justin and for Matt. And then we just decided, he just challenged me since it's pandemic, and we are wanting to help other realtors on how they're going to leverage their business. So why don't we incorporate virtual assistants? Since you are like somehow a living testimony of how virtual assistant really works and how virtual assistant really exists in the world. So he challenged me to build a recruitment team, which I know nothing about. I know something about recruitment team because I was once an applicant. That is the sole information I know about recruitment team, how to apply.
So you built the team from scratch. That's what Justin wanted, so that's what you worked on. Was that scary?
It is. It is very scary because number one, I know nothing about recruitment. How am I going to start building from scratch a recruitment process? And how am I going to make sure that the recruitment process I'm going to build is going to be successful?
If it's actually gonna work.
That is correct. So it was like, it's really a risk for me. And what I did is let's just do it. You entrusted me this task. I'll just do my very best to just do everything what I can do to make this work. And then after 21 days, less than a month actually, it worked. So I slowly built the recruitment process of Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistant, and it is actually not the same and not the typical recruitment process with other VA agencies available in the market. Our business model is actually very different from the rest, from the norm.
Right.
And that is where Sphere Rocket really excels.
And Ma'am Sheryn, we're gonna move on to the next question. I like this one actually. What is your favorite part about your job as a part owner as of the moment? Like, first thing that comes into your head, what's your favorite thing?
Leading my team. Because I just don't get the chance to lead a certain number of people. I get to develop them.
All right.
I get to train them. I get to hone their experience because 90% of the Sphere Rocket team members, which I've hired personally, they don't have any recruitment experience. They've never been a talent researcher. They've never been as a talent acquisition specialist. They know nothing about that.
Like beginners,
They are beginners. They don't know how to interview an applicant, but they are good speakers. They have very good communication skills, which is, fast learner, which is their sword on how did they become a successful recruiters with Sphere Rocket.
Right. And actually, up to this day, some of the OG like recruitment, they're still part of the team. Like to this day, 3 years later.
Yes.
So that is great. That speaks a lot for their leadership also, and how loyal they are, not just to you but to Sphere Rocket too. And that means like they're getting treated well here at the company.
Yeah, I can say it's not very easy at the start. We get to lose a lot of team members.
There were some challenges.
If we are talking about loyalty and trust, we get to meet a lot of people and became part of the team. And then eventually we found out that we're not fit together,
Not
work.
aligned with the goals.
We're not aligned with the values, the vision and the mission of the company. We're not both aligned, so we need to disconnect.
Right. And that's okay, because that's what happened. That's just life. So, and the people who are still here at Sphere Rocket, that means they're the ones who are really meant to be here. They want to be here, and the relationship is happy both ways.
That is correct.
So yes, Ma'am Sheryn, how did Sphere Rocket change your life, and how did it impact you and your family?
Sphere Rocket did change my life in a million ways. I started barely with nothing after I've been an overseas Filipino worker for almost a decade. So when I came back here in the Philippines, I went back to zero financially. So when I started working as a VA, I really started from the bottom. And I did experience getting salary at a lower rate, $1.50 $2 per hour, I was able to experience that with other clients. But when I started with Justin, I was not thinking of the pay. I was just wanting to better myself and to develop more my craft and prove my worth that I am not just worth this hourly rate. Because to be honest, he offered me like $2.50 an hour. And I accepted it. Comparing it to the income I'm getting when I was overseas Filipino worker, where I'm getting 6 digits in Philippine money. So it's like hitting rock bottom when I accepted it.
Yeah, it was a big change.
It is. But I only wanted to prove it to myself that it's not only the money. It's the self-satisfaction that I'm getting when I'm working.
Yeah.
And I was able to feel the passion in me. It's not as if that I'm working an 8 to 5 p.m. kind of job, like a business corporate kind of job. It's not like that. When I started with Sphere Rocket, I am working more than 12, 15 hours.
Whoa. You're going overtime.
Yes. He's not telling me to do that. But it's like me and my nervous system is telling me, you can do more.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm liking what I'm doing.
You're enjoying the process, learning.
And I'm not even getting tired. Even I have sleepless nights. I'm not even getting tired because I started to love what I'm doing up until now. So yeah, and it really did change my family's livelihood. You know, financially wise, we were able to buy anything we want without looking at the price, to be honest, because of Sphere Rocket, because of Justin. Justin did not hand me over money. Hey, Sheryn, this is the money. He's not like that. He let me work hard for it.
Right.
So I can feel that, hey, Sheryn, you're earning hard-earned money.
Yes.
He let me feel that. That's what I love in him. He's not the typical client that if you need money, because other virtual assistant, they will just ask.
Kind of take advantage of that.
But with Justin, no. He'll not give in to that. Though he's very generous, he knew that you really badly need it, he will not give in to it. But he will help you achieve that through work. And you will feel the self-satisfaction because you will be able to learn a lot of things along the way within the process.
Right.
And it's like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. I was able to hit the target. Let's say if I wanted to earn this money, at the same time, I'll learn a new skill because of just it.
And I think that's so important because you, 1, you took the risk. And then 2, you didn't limit yourself with what you can do. And you didn't put yourself in a box that, okay, this is who I am, you know, this is what I've been doing for years. So I'll just stick to this. This is what I'm good at. And you were like, no, I am more than this. I know that I am determined to actually do more than what I've been doing. So yeah, thank you for that, Chris. I think for that answer, Ma'am Sheryn. We're going to move on to question number 4. This is a cute question, actually. What's your most memorable moment with Justin and the Sphere Rocket team?
That was last year when we get to finally see Justin Nelson in one piece.
For the first time ever.
For the first time ever. Because Justin and I, we get to communicate, 24/7 through technology. These are technology, chat, Facebook, with Slack. That's the only way of our communication, the way we communicate. And we complement each other that way. We balances each other that way. And I feel scared when I found out that he's going to visit Philippines because I'm not sure whether the relationship will still be the same. You know, because sometimes we click along while we are like this, but then once you see, it's a totally different thing. So that's the scary part. But then he never let me feel that Justin changed after seeing Sheryn. It gets worse. Actually, it got worse because he kept on bullying me. You know, that's the way he showed his love.
Yeah.
You know, not just to me, but to the rest of Sphere Rocket V8. He get to bully a lot of internal team members because he's a joker.
He is actually, it's true. And that's also how he shows, that he cares about you. And I think it's also his way of like getting closer, making jokes, having, fun times. And it's really nice. It's really nice because Justin is very light with his energy when you're around him, the way he speaks to you. And you don't feel so intimidated or scared because everything is just, not that serious.
Even at work, even if he's the boss, he will not let you feel that he is. Whenever we're working, we just work. We enjoy working. He never let me feel that, hey, I'm above you. I own a company.
That's so important.
Yeah.
All right. And now, Ma'am Sheryn, this is more about Sphere Rocket and the company. What do you think is Sphere Rocket's biggest strength?
The core values that we are showing with our hired VAs and our applicants, and the mission that we want to accomplish. That's the biggest strength of Sphere Rocket. On top of it is, the business model that we have. As I've mentioned a while ago, it's totally a different business model from the rest of the virtual assistant company out there. And our ultimate goal is just to have a lot of Filipinos to get a virtual assistant job.
Yes. And for them to work comfortably from home, especially in this day and age. It's so hard to commute. It's so stressful. We all have our families. Some of us have kids already. So being at home, spending time with the family, it's that's what you want. That's what we want in the team. For them to get paid with clients, for them to work hard and also earn in dollars.
That is correct. I totally agree.
And Ma'am Sheryn, what makes Sphere Rocket different from other VA agencies? I know you mentioned a little bit, but more on how our teamwork is, because I really notice it's so different, like how we help one another and how we really care about each other.
It's the culture that we have here in Sphere Rocket, because though the Philippines team is getting bigger now, it's more than 70 plus Philippines team members. We're getting 100, and that's internal team member only. And we also have the US team. The culture that we have, it's balanced. We have the US team who gets to adapt to the culture of Filipinos, and we have the Philippines team who get to adapt to the US culture.
Right.
And it really balances everything. And the most important thing is, even if you just got hired, you will never feel that you are alone. You will feel on day one that you have a family with Sphere Rocket. And that's the usual compliment and feedback I am getting with applicants who got hired and who got paired with their client up until now is working for their clients since Sphere Rocket started.
3 years ago, and they're still working and they're still, enjoying every moment of it.
It's like they're very grateful with Sphere Rocket, who serves as a medium in finding their perfect match client, because they never just found a client. They found a family in them.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the difference amongst other virtual assistant agency.
I agree. And I just wanted to also give my own testimonial. When I interact with the hired VAs, we have a bunch of group chats and stuff. So whenever they need help, it takes, I don't know, less than a minute for someone. It could either be a Sphere Rocket internal team or another hired VA who was helping them. And that ranges from everything. It could be video editing, social media management, ISA, anything. And everyone is so helpful because everyone understands the struggle of going through things alone. But here at Sphere Rocket, like what you said, they found a family, a community, and I think community is so important.
I totally agree.
Yeah, and also not just with the hired VAs, but also with being part of the internal team since day one. When I joined, because I'm part of the marketing department, so ever since I joined the marketing team, I never felt like I was left out. I never felt alone, because honestly, working with them, it's weird to say, but it can be the highlight of my day. Sometimes when I'm having such a horrible, crappy day, I log into work, I start talking to my fellow workmates, video editors, manager, social media managers. It's so heartwarming that there is an environment at Sphere Rocket where you're not only comfortable, but they understand you. and it makes work so easy and so fun.
Yeah, and I also don't believe in the saying that you should not be treating your co-workers as your family.
So true, Ma'am Sheryn.
Right?
I always see that. Though I hear people saying like, you go to work and you don't like make friends with your coworkers because that's work. Like you shouldn't.
You need to separate the work from family.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in that.
Before I was like, okay, it makes sense. It logically, yes, because you don't want to have your work interfere with your personal life. But with Sweet Rocket, I don't know, if like the opposite for us. After our shift, me and my coworkers even like go out to eat together, or we play like online games together. So yeah, I totally don't agree with that statement. Like just keep your
I
friend.
also see within the internal team member that the reason why they bond because they want to work as one. Because there is no I in the word team. It's we.
Yes.
And the way we will be able to achieve the word we in the word team is if we are going to work closely all together. We can work all together, but we can never be close. So it should be working closely together for everything to work out.
Yes, that's true. That's
Very
true.
smooth.
And that observation is so good, Ma'am Sheryn, because for example, I can't speak for the other departments, but when it comes to like marketing, when we have a goal, it's never like, okay, this is just my project and that's it. Like, I'm just going to work on it. It's always one person's win. Like if someone does a great job, they get complimented, the whole team celebrates. The whole team says like, it feels like our win too, you know, so.
And you get inputs from other team members, you know, whether this is good, this is nice,
What
this is
can
bad.
we improve on?
Yes. So you get different feedbacks from different people who has a different vision and different eye view
Yeah.
on a certain project.
Yeah, because just because for you, it's fine, it's already perfect. But, you know, your other teammates are going to give suggestions like, oh, what if we try it this way? And then it gives you like a light bulb moment.
That makes sense.
Wait, yeah, that's really good actually. Thank you. And it's the important thing of like listening to other people's opinions, whether, you know, they've been in the company longer than you, whether they're new, and to not make them feel like, oh, you're not welcome. You're not supposed to say anything because I'm your senior or something like that. It doesn't feel that way at all.
And I'm happy hearing that from one of my internal team member, you, to be honest, because you make me proud because it's like me being the proud mama. I've raised perfect children, you know, in reality, because you get to say what you are really feeling from the bottom of your heart and the way you communicate with your marketing team. I can see that from afar. I know last time I'm working directly with marketing team, but not anymore. But even if I don't work closely with you guys anymore, I can get feedback. I can hear a lot of things. Not bad things. I'm hearing good things actually from the marketing, how they work all together, how they unite as one, especially with Michelle being the head of the marketing team. And we never made a mistake in placing her.
Oh, you really didn't. Like, we owe so much to her. Like, when I first joined, I knew nothing, like, honestly. And she was so patient. Not just with me, but she was patient with every single one of us. And she never gave up on any of us. So it's like having a manager like that is very rare.
And the great part of Michelle, now we're talking about Michelle.
We're just
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, shout out to Michelle.
The great part of her being the head of the marketing team is this is her first time handling it, and it doesn't make it easier for her. He's working everything from scratch. He's just a teammate before, and now me as Michelle, I get to handle 10 people, 11 people.
Yeah.
Some are video editors, and most of them are guys.
Yeah.
You know, there will be chances that these guys will bully me. I'm just a woman. And though I'm a senior in another company, you'll get to experience that. But with marketing team, our very own marketing team, I never seen the bullying part. But what I see is the cooperation part, you know, with the rest of the marketing team.
Right. And we all like really respect her. And I think that's so important when you respect your managers and your seniors, because it just makes you want to work harder and it makes you want to put like your best, because you don't want to disappoint them, you don't want to disappoint yourself.
And she's giving the same respect. You know, respect begets respect. You know? True. So it's just a good way to start a working relationship with respect.
Okay.
You get to get that from her, and that's why in return you give it back to her.
I love that. So actually, we're gonna wrap it up with this segment, guys. We are gonna have a part 2, so stay tuned in for that. I want to say a big thank you to Ma'am Sheryn for being part of this video, and I hope you guys also enjoyed and learned a few things about Ma'am Sheryn and her life, about Sphere Rocket. And again, don't forget to follow us on our Facebook, our TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We're always posting new content, and of course, if you have any other video suggestions, you can comment down below. Click the like button and subscribe. So yes, thank you, Ma'am Sheryn. We can say goodbye to the camera. See you guys.